The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the guests. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not necessarily state or reflect those of the host. I'm a stupid robot.
Give it up for the funny, the hilarious. King of the open micers and the one-liners, Alonzo Cantu.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'm not sure if it's safe to report from my vantage point. I really need to leave. Civil Defense has informed me that the surrounding areas are in ruin. I see some people running now. In the opinion of this reporter, if this nation, or in fact the world, ever needed heroes, that time is now. That time is now.
In the great hall of This storm's getting worse.
Our exploratory diving fellas.
Yes, Cape the Mummy is here in Paris.
Wong and his assistant, Mary Nelson, have vanished.
Our computers indicate that whatever caused it came from somewhere in the Pacific. We'll start searching that area immediately.
Did we do it? We did it. We did it. Ah, we perfectly landed the fucking perfect intro of all time. This is Alonzo.
I have 12 emails, 30 messages, and a proposal.
Oh no!
Ah,
Oh, no.
it was
Jinxed it.
Yeah, I snatched victory away from the jaws of defeat. Or no, snatched defeat away from the jaws of victory. What's the line?
I don't know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me through the mic?
I can hear you.
All right, you're good.
You just can't hear yourself
Oh,
here.
okay. No,
You hear yourself better?
okay. That's fine. As long as it was going through, I'm good. Okay, now I'm
Yeah,
good.
you're good.
Yeah, for sure.
Turn up a little bit. Here.
You said it was a smooth intro, and then we cut to a quick commercial, and then I just knocked my water bottle over. So we see how smooth.
Yeah, we got Cosmo in
bring
the
that
chat. Sorry about that, boss. Ooh, that is loud.
What
That
up,
is
Cos-
loud and proud.
What up, Cosmo?
What's up, Cosmo, in the chat? He said, I'm going to sue because Galaxy Gas gave me brain damage. And that's about, that sounds about right with our fan base. Sounds about the quality that we bring to the table. So this is bad first impressions. Is that too loud? It feels a little too loud. I don't know. I mean, I just got the headphones up too much.
There we
I
go.
don't even know anymore, God, Satan, the world. All right, let me just move this up a little bit. You know, basically, guys, it's bad first impressions. It's the year of our Lord. It is Saturday, the 5th of July, and I'm the 5th of July. Yeah, that's right. And I got my best friend in the whole wide world, Mr. Ryan Herrera.
What up,
in the
everybody?
fucking easy,
What up?
easy squeezy lemon peasy, and yeah, we're gonna get the show started today in a very fun and festive way. I really didn't have I had some things planned. Oh yeah, I was gonna do. I had an idea to do a Diddy dance. I was gonna try to, but I couldn't. I was like, man, if I played the Diddy soundtrack, I'm like, who's hot, who's not? Tell me who's. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna play this real quick. I'm gonna find
No,
this.
how does it go?
Who's hot, who's not? But that's not the one I want to do. I want to go like this. Do the got my money up, fucking with them white folks. Now I don't give a fuck, cause I'm richer than them white folks. Lamborghini truck, y'all ain't even seen it yet. Call me Tina Bird or just a ditty bopping in my jet. A hustler out of Harlem. Call me Pastelano.
I'm blown
Bitch, I
away
am
right
a
now.
problem. Just about the Delano. Pimping in my convo. Bitches come in combos. Pictures of Christopher in my wall, all on my condo. I don't fuck with fake hoes. All I touch is J-Lo's. All I drink is my shit. Ciroc by the caseloads. Movies is my next shit. 2 mil on my necklace. Bad boy. 80 million motherfucking records. Wait a second. Oh my God. Thank you very much. Wait a second. All right.
That was fantastic, dude.
Talk to him. Bad boy.
Yeah.
Dude, nice, man.
I don't know.
You blew me away with that. That was
Thank you.
fantastic.
I blew myself away. I would have blown Diddy away if he
Yeah.
gave me a chance. I would have blown
giving you a
his
chance.
fucking dick away with my fucking with my head skills.
Heard your invitation got lost in the mail.
Yeah, it seems to happen a lot with Alonzo these days.
Just gets
Nobody
lost
ever
in the
wants.
mail.
Yeah, nobody ever wants to invite Alonzo to the freak offs and shit because I think, you know, it's intimidation. You know, it's they can't match my freak, as they say. I do want to play this one real quick. Let me see. Puff Daddy playing golf. Let me see. Was it? Either way, you tell me what you think about the whole situation, because obviously I'm joking here, guys.
we're
I
coming
think
in hot
I
with
think
P. Diddy.
I think Puffy should have been thrown under the jail. I think they should have taken all of his money away and given it to me And that should have been the sentence. That would have really taught him a lesson to take all Puffy's money away and give it to me. And then also take all the money he gave to Cassie and give it to me too.
So why don't
I think the judge should have said, go on.
Why don't you give the people a little bit of a rundown on what was going on with
You give them a rundown. You're the political scientist.
Okay, well, I guess in a nutshell, basically Diddy was put on trial for a bunch of bad things. Some of them were higher level felonies like racketeering and sex trafficking. Some of them a little bit lower, like things having to deal with like fostering fostering prostitution. I can't remember the name of the charge.
All right, now
anyway,
okay, let's watch this real quick. This is gonna be great. So this is my favorite. This is my all-time favorite Diddy shit. Besides that one verse I just spit. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not even a Diddy fan, but we got to give him his flowers, I guess.
do we like just because he?
Hello, welcome to the Bad Boy World Champion PGA Tour. I'm your host for the day, Mace Gumble. With this last birdie right here, Puffy Woods, winning champion from the 3-time champion.
Damn, Puffy used to be a lot skinnier.
That's the feds right there. That was the feds right there. Oh shit, here's Diddy. Here's Diddy lining up the shot.
He really has the wedgie.
Not guilty!
He's unstoppable.
He's unstoppable! Okay, I think we're gonna get sued now. That's it.
All right, but either way,
Dude, you know he's playing that. He's gonna be playing that in the fucking Maybach when he comes home and shit. And then it's gonna be the Mambo number 5 of Diddy right there.
Yeah, and legit, it's funny because everyone's giving it the energy like Puffy got off. Like he did get off, but you know what I mean. Like he got off of those off of all the charges. Like he's still getting charged with pretty serious stuff. It's just not the most serious stuff. Like now because they dropped like racketeering and sex trafficking, but he's still like a bad dude, and they like did a lot of bad stuff. But
yeah,
so
and
it's
that's the only
interesting the celebration. It's like, oh, he's not the worst person in the world, but it's like.
No, well, here's the thing: is I was kind of disappointed with the trial, and mostly because I was hoping there was going to be a lot more crazy shit coming out. But basically, it's just like he's just hiring prostitutes to have sex with his fucking girlfriend at the time, and then he just sits in a corner and beats off to
and
it,
also
and has them like coming in his fucking nipples and shit, and he just has pink cocaine until he passes out.
Also, like the violence and domestic abuse.
They weren't. He was getting charged with that, you know.
Well, no, he did get charged with, I think, some of that stuff, but on top of that, even if he's not getting charged with it, it's like you're watching videos of this dude beat the shit out of a chick. Like, is that not cool? I mean, not cool.
Here's my thing. I think that shit is. I think that's fucking horrible. When that Diddy video did happen, we played it on the show.
Oh, that's.
And I was wondering. First off, who makes that brand of towel? Because that towel did not like fall off once while he was giving a fucking WWE butt whooping.
You make a very good point, because to this day, the biggest things I struggle with most is putting on a towel and being able to strap it just with that little tuck in. I don't understand how it works.
That was the first time he's whooped somebody's ass in a towel, is what I'm trying to say.
Like, what kind of tight tuck did he have on that towel? Unless he, pinned it or something. But for me, I take 3 steps as soon as I try and pin my towel, and then it falls off.
I bet he has like a Velcro towel or something like that.
A towel specialty for ass whooping.
That's what I'm saying. And also, guys, these are jokes here, okay, ladies and gentlemen. But we don't know what Cassie was on her way to go do. Everybody's like, oh, she was trying to lead the freak off. Maybe she was trying to go commit a school shooting. Maybe she said, Diddy, I'm about to go kill a bunch of kids in kindergarten. He's like, you better not. You better not. I'm not gonna. No, you can't do that. You better not do that. And then all we saw was that part of the story and shit. I mean, he could have saved a whole bunch of she could have been out there to go commit some crime or something. I don't know.
Well, maybe
the cops get to stop and beat up people all the time and shit. Nobody goes, oh wow, that cop shouldn't have worn a towel and beaten up that black person.
Maybe it's a little too soon to victim blame Alonzo, but we'll go ahead and let's look and see what he actually got charged with though. So he was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. That's what I was trying to say about the prostitution. Transportation to engage in prostitution, but he was acquitted of the serious charges like racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking.
He wasn't convinced. No, he got convicted of prostitution with transportation.
Transportation to engage in prostitution.
Yeah, which is like what literally every fucking black rapper has ever done whenever they fly an IG model out to go have sex with them.
Like, if a guy sent an Uber to pick up a prostitute, like in Vegas, and had her back to the hotel, isn't that technically transportation to engage in prostitution? Okay,
But it's
so
like when people like fly out, but these rappers always talk about like Future multiple times. Like models have been like, "Oh, Future flew me out" and all that, you know. And it's just like, what else are they flying them out for? To like hang out and like maybe get to know each other better.
that's
When
true. They're probably getting banged at some point.
yeah, that's what I'm
Which,
saying.
Does that make it prostitution then? At that point,
If you're paying for them to come out and then you're paying for all their clothes and bags and all that kind of stuff, that's what I'm saying. At what point is personal responsibility come into play? is what Riley Freeman would say.
I think the real question is, at what point is it a personal choice versus engaging in prostitution?
Also, what about sex work is real work? You know, but also Chat also says, so Chat says, I'm racist, but that is Diddy, right? And I'm like, yes, that the black person was Diddy. That was who that was.
Bad boy.
And then
Racist
also,
and apparently can't read because it did say that this song was by Diddy.
and also, wait a second. I don't know why my restream should. I'm
I
trying
do
to
want to
look for where
say
my
though,
chat
now that
is on
Alonzo
it.
said Future and all the rappers that have their own private jets and stuff like that, be careful, guys, because now apparently transportation to engage in prostitution is on the radar for things that you get in trouble for. So I feel like to your point, Alonzo, a lot of other people might start falling just because they're all flying bitches out to go do some crazy stuff, I'm sure. So
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that it's really fair to like. Here's the thing. Yeah, Diddy beat up his girlfriend, but Eminem has songs about beating up his girlfriend, and nobody thinks that Eminem's this guy that needs to go to jail.
he didn't have videos of him beating.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
You're
okay,
comparing
so
apples
because
and
Diddy
oranges.
has a video of him fucking in a towel beating up a chick and all that, it's like 90% of the fucking rappers in the game haven't done the same thing. Fucking Chris Brown did that shit.
You know, it's interesting about Chris Brown because personally, I do like Chris Brown as an artist. I think he's very talented. But man, that guy has just like, he's done a lot of crazy stuff and has still managed to just like continue killing it. Like, still sells out concerts, still touring. Had a new album come out last year, and they had an HBO documentary come out about him called like A History of Violence or something like that. And it's literally all about Chris Brown unscathed.
You know what?
Despite that
So
HBO
Chad's telling me
documentary.
how to do this towel thing. 1 second. They say I gotta wrap it around and then I fold the towel. I'll do it.
All
One
right,
second.
yeah, do it.
Talk to Chad.
But-
talk to the
As a part of this exercise, Alonzo will be removing his pants. So I think
I'm gonna whoop Ryan's ass.
I think that we have a feature to blur in real time, but honestly, it's a mess down there anyway, so it's going to be hard to tell the difference between the pubic hair and the penis. So I don't think we need to use the blur feature on this one, but we'll find out whenever Alonzo comes out.
So it's wrap.
We're going to wrap it.
Fold it.
We're going to fold it.
Folding it on the inside or the outside.
Are you talking about the towel or your penis? We're wrapping it. We're folding it.
All right.
Is that all right? Guys, I just want to put this out there that I don't know what is about to walk out of that room. I don't know if Alonso's going to be naked. I don't know if he's going to be helicoptering. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
What? Listen.
Oh.
I gotta come out without the shirt.
Dude, it's actually kind of working.
Yo.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, I just saw it.
It's not coming off.
I caught I caught a flash of his penis. It was pretty nice. All right.
Look at this. Ha!
Do you see that? He could whoop the crap out of several women or men. I'm not going to discriminate. That's impressive. Oh, he knocked out the Native Americans. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I think
Unstoppable.
you know what I feel like they might have done a similar demonstration in the trial at some point. Your cat was like, "What the hell just happened?" Dude, that was awesome.
The audience was 100% right on
Wow. And now we have a stripped down Alonzo, and I'm all for it, guys.
I like this right here. Talk to him.
that. All right.
That's
That's right.
Take that.
Oh my goodness.
Ace, dude. Alonzo, I can't believe
and
it
Diddy
worked.
wasn't even out of breath when he did his. I am. 1 second. I'll be right back. This is. Oh, maybe I'll leave. I don't know.
As long as they can't see up your skirt, I think you're good. I mean,
I think they could. The cameras.
oh,
There could be some. Yeah. 1 second. Let me just.
let's give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Alonzo.
You know what? I don't know if anybody wants this.
You know what's funny is because I thought you might have kept the trunk.
Zandy. How did fucking Eminem didn't have sex slaves? Neither did Diddy have sex slaves. Sex slaves don't get paid. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, guys! I just want to say I want to give a clap to Alonzo and whoever suggested that towel tying technique because that's something that I've been trying to master my entire lifetime. That was Zandy that suggested that? Oh, wow. Oh, congratulations also on the babies, Andy. Yay. Her and James being proud parents now. A few weeks in, I believe. They got a little baby bird at home. And then they were helping Alonzo cover his little baby bird here at the podcast. So it's birds all day over here at the Bad First Impression podcast. Oh, there's a lot of B words. The Bad First Impression podcast. So, Alonzo, thank you for showing me that. You're going to have to demonstrate that to me privately in a side room after the podcast. And Zandy, thank you for the suggestion. That was solid stuff. So despite having a baby crying in your arms, you're still able to help us out. So I really appreciate that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Alonzo, he actually was out of breath. That's great. Have you ever been pantsed in public before, Alonzo? Okay, he's not going to answer. Yeah. You have?
Yeah, I think it was in like elementary school.
I don't think I've ever been like actually pantsed, and that's not like a cue to pants me now, but
I think it was in elementary school. Here, let me throw this over to you so you can also see it. I should put this on there. Now you can see what I'm seeing. We can do them together. Sorry.
Get Ryan a towel.
Oh, you want to towel it out, Ryan?
No, I'm okay right now. What up, Rocky? What up, Sandy?
All right.
You gotta.
Yeah, I gotta make it.
You gotta go to my OnlyFans to catch that.
All right. So I hate how it's like, I gotta make it clear, obviously, that I think that was AI because nobody could do all that physicality in a towel and not be out of breath, and he didn't look out of breath, so that's the only way that
I like Zandy said. It's like how the little girls used to tuck it in elementary school to make their shorts their skirts shorter. It's like, how would we know what techniques little girls were using to make their shorts skirter?
Shorts.
I think I'm having a stroke. Dude.
Yeah, you might be, right? I think you just got so turned on by the physicality of my towel dance that I just did right there. But let me see.
Skirts shorter. Holy crap, dude.
Skirts
shorter.
Skirts and shirts. All right. That's such a stupid name for a Texas town. Shirts. What's next? Pants. Fuck you. Give it up for the Ace Man. We're back. We're back in the comedy. But here's the thing about Diddy, right? He definitely should. He already paid her $20 million. I think that butt whipping in the hotel room was probably worth $20 million at least. But I heard some crazy ass shit that he did. But I don't know if they ever brought it up on stand when he was like, apparently she got some breast implants, and he was all like, those look horrible. Have them take them out right now. And the doctor's like, no, they need to heal first before we can remove them. He's like, no, they look stupid. And he's like, they need to like go down. The swelling needs to go down. He's like, no, take those out right now. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's like the craziest, most evil shit I've ever heard in my life. But people don't talk about that. And they just keep on going back to the ass whipping video, which I'm literally saying, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people that have similar videos, especially in that shitty ass industry.
Yeah, I guess to me, I think it's funny because when they were bringing up at the trial, like the way they got off.
But also, that's such a bad excuse. Honestly, I gotta call myself out. That's such a bad. It was like other people do bad things. It's like such a bad reasoning.
Yeah. Other people. Therefore, this person should be able to do his bad things.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's not what I'm really trying to say. I'm just trying to say that he's not he's not this unimaginable demon that isn't like par for the course with a lot of these other shitbags there. And that's why they're not saying anything is because they're like, oh crap, I don't want my shit to come out. Like I said, Eminem, who literally, I don't know.
I'm sure it's on a larger scale though because of his network of people and his entrepreneurship and business relationships. It goes outside of just like a normal artist, like you said, like Future. Not trying to throw Future's name under the bus. I love Future, but I'm just saying I don't think it would be on that same scale. But even aside from that, what I think is interesting is that the way that the defense got around like some of the sex trafficking charges and some of the abuse charges and stuff like that was where they said that like all he was doing was just engaging in a swinger lifestyle. And so that was sort of like a cover all for like the violence and various other activities, which to me, it's like now the swingers are just catching strays, like as a community from Diddy's trial. They're like, because people are going to be like, oh, I guess that's just what swingers do. And swingers are like, hey, like, hold on. We don't, beat the crap out of, women and do all this. I don't know. It's just
I don't know if anybody's gonna go that route, but I guess you really can't say what the public's gonna do one way or the other. I was just thinking more of. It was just so scandalized that it was like, oh, we're going to find out that Justin Bieber got molested. Oh, we're going to find out that Mike Myers eats babies or some shit,
Yeah.
And then it turns out, just like I said, Puff Daddy's just jacking off in the fucking corner, and or he's getting like too high and beating his fucking woman, which is like, all right, wow, a black entertainer's beating his fucking partner. That's like such an, oh my God, I've never heard that happen before in my entire, except every month ever if you watch hip hop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every other month.
Yeah. What I think is funny is that after they announced, Sandy
He didn't get dismissed of the charges. He just got dismissed of the racketeering, the fucking all the crazy, the
the sex
kidnapping shit.
Yeah, like
and
all
he
the
got
big
charged
stuff.
for flying a prostitute out to have sex.
And I'm sure, and he's also getting sued by a lot of people. So like a lot of people don't realize that outside of just these charges that are being levied against him, he still has to fight lawsuits from other people on a lesser scale as well. So, I mean, it's not like the journey's over for him, but it's interesting that after they announced that they were dropping some of the verdicts and said what he was being found guilty of, that there were people celebrating for him outside of the courthouse. And like, there was this lady that was in a bikini and this other guy that was just like on the edge of the steps, just like pouring baby oil all over her. She was like dancing, celebrating in her bikini, which I'm like, if you can celebrate getting off in a bikini outside of a courthouse with baby oil on you, like,
Are you sure that wasn't Justin Governor?
Yeah. It was Justin Governor in a bikini. Yeah. He's like, I got a show coming up.
That'd have been the move, dude. He should have been down there.
That actually is a missed opportunity outside
really
of the
is.
Diddy trial. Would have been where to make that. Yeah, absolutely.
That would have been a good one. I just guess he didn't have the next show to promote. That's why I like that. He's a sniper. He's gonna wait until he's got the fucking shot and he's gonna take it. No hesitation.
Absolutely.
So I love Justin. So he got charged with trafficking, but not like sex trafficking. I guess he's I don't know.
Transportation instead of trafficking, which is a funny nuanced difference too. But who's to say? We don't need to beat a dead horse on Diddy.
I'd never pay for a girl's plane ticket to come out to see me. She's got to pay for her own plane ticket if she wants to see Daddy Alonzo, I guess. It used to be called being a gentleman. Now I guess it's called being a bad person when you pay for a girl's flight out to have a romantic night out with you and 14 prostitutes.
It's actually called being a bad boy.
A bad boy. 1 second.
For life?
God damn it. 1 second.
Bad boy.
And also, what does Trixie have to say about this shit? That's what I really want to know.
Crimea River.
Jessica-
Blackie.
What the fuck? That's not
Jessica
right.
This kind just
Rebello,
can't
what
be
up?
trusted.
And she makes a good point. She said his next album is going to be wild. That's true. The comeback album, CUM back album,
Man,
is
there you
going to
go.
be
Yeah,
crazy,
I like that.
dude.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So
Y'all
we'll
should be
see
in
what
jail.
happens. We'll
What
stay
the
tuned
fuck?
with that.
They all should be in jail.
That's not right, Trixie. Stop it.
Is it true? Didn't R. Kelly, like a month or two back, release a song from jail? Did y'all hear about that?
I hear he was doing birthday parties from jail, and I was kind of like, I'm not going to say that I wouldn't want R. Kelly to sing Happy Birthday, but I mean, it might be kind of a funny bit for the show. I was like literally looking up prices. I thought he was on Cameo. I'd be like, oh shit, how much? That'd be so funny.
It's funny. No, I don't know if it's true or if it was like an AI thing, but they had there was a bunch of controversy because they said R. Kelly released a song from prison and it was a cover of Residuals, which is a Chris Brown song, which again is just funny that you got a guy in prison for sex crimes that is covering a song by a guy that not necessarily been accused of sex crimes, but sex-related violence and stuff like that. It's just
I hate to think that R. Kelly did all those horrible things, so I just don't think about it.
Yeah.
I don't have to. And I can just appreciate the music and the meme. I guess that's what I'm saying. I already got my own trauma and shit. I don't need to fucking take on the trauma of the world and act like I give a fuck. It's and also while everybody knew about it and apparently let it go free and stuff like that, it's like, why do I have to give a fuck when all these other people didn't have to give a fuck? And now it's my job not to listen to fucking this is the remix to Ignition.
Yeah, we got
Fresh
bigger
out
fish
the
to
kitchen.
fry, Alonzo. So
Yeah.
no point in that. So what else is going on, dude? How's everything going? I love the new digs.
Thanks.
The podcast has grown tremendously. If you can go back to my first episode that I was on here, it was just in this little dingy apartment, and now We got a whole freaking studio over here, dude.
Yeah,
So
Zandy was in the first one. It was in an even dingier apartment that there wasn't even video. But, you know.
yeah, there used to not be video. It used to all be audio.
Yeah, it used to not be live. Now it's live. That's what I love about it. You know, no room for editing. When I come out in the fucking when I come out and give a kung fu clinical, that's what I like to call it, a clinic. I gave a kung fu clinic right there in the towel with my towel style. No, I call it my Diddy fist. He's like tiger fist, Diddy fist.
Fist.
Yes. How can you fight in a towel without it falling? And that's like Mr. Miyagi's deleted scenes with Daniel-san. Have you seen the Cobra Kai show?
I watched the first like season and a half, and then I just kind of lost interest. But
I felt that way too, but anytime that it comes on, like somebody will put it on at work, and I'll see it in the background. I'm like, you know what? I need to go home and watch a couple more episodes, and then you kind of get bored of it again. It's like it's one of those shows that you'll watch, and then if you fall asleep, you don't really think about it in the morning to like finish watching it. I guess I don't know.
yeah, it was all right, but to me, it didn't really grab me as it like continued on. Because then I feel like it was almost like I was watching it just because I sort of liked it. That happened with The Last of Us on season 2. Is like once they, you know, spoiler alert, killed off a major character, then all of a sudden I was like, I don't really care that much anymore. I don't know.
Did they follow like, the second game?
No, The Last of Us. Oh, yeah.
So Last of Us is 1 and 2. So is that when they did?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was. So if people
the game's
know,
been out for forever, guys.
yeah, people
so
know they
suck and
know.
suck it.
But hey, the show just came out, so there's a whole new spoiler. But when there was a game, it was a big fucking controversy. So I know what he's talking about, even though I haven't seen the show. If we're talking about the same thing,
I think you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
But we don't want to spoil it for other people. Go watch the show. It's also on HBO. And after you watch that, then go watch Chris Brown's A History and Violence and tell me what you think about that one as well. If we got HBO Max.
I think R. Kelly would just naturally cry while singing it. So chat saying make him cry while singing it. I'm assuming it's about the R. Kelly thing that I want him to sing me happy birthday for the podcast one of these days. Have y'all seen Reacher on Prime Video? No. Have you? Is that about Jack Reacher?
I like the actor and the main dude. He's funny. If you what's his name? Something Allen. But if on his Instagram, because he's like a big ass dude. Like that guy's like built like a brick shit house. But he likes to sing, so it'll just be like videos, like selfie videos of him like covering R&B songs, just like a cappella. Yeah. It's really funny. So to go from that, like seeing him and Jack Reacher. Now we're just saying Jack Reacher because it's shout out Jack Reacher and Jack Reacher, and then go to his Instagram. It's really funny.
So I actually like the Jack Reacher movies because I love Tom Cruise. I think he's like one of the greatest actors ever. And I haven't seen the Jack Reacher TV show, but it's so funny because my dad said that I need to watch it. But he's all like, yeah, it makes sense because I guess he's read the Jack Reacher books.
Oh, okay.
He's like, in the books, he's like more of like a big, he's like more a big, like giant, stocky guy, which I mean, yeah, that actually makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, who's actually going to be a great fucking Marine? Like a guy that's built like, you know, the Hound from Game of Thrones or some shit, as opposed to fucking Tom Cruise, who's like 5 foot something, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But, I do love Tom Cruise, dude. I believe that he could be
dude.
I bet he could totally be as good as a fighter pilot as he is in Maverick if they just let him try.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they just let him work on it for a couple months, I'm sure he could have figured it out. I do believe, or he would have died trying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I believe in Tom Cruise. And also, here's the thing. I don't like. I've said this on the show before. I just like to say it again. I'm going to say it anytime I bring up Tom Cruise. I don't like people getting onto him about the Scientology shit. Because a lot of you guys have stupid religious beliefs that I think are stupid too. But nobody's allowed to just fucking totally trash you and say that you're a bad person because of it. Like, nobody's about to go, oh, this person's a fucking Jew or this guy's a Christian and all that. And it's socially acceptable to say that their religion is retarded. You know, it's like when it's all equally as retarded, it's all equally voodoo occult bullshit. At least, you know, Tom Cruise is the head of it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. We'll see where he lands whenever the rapture comes. All right.
Yeah, in space, chilling with Xenu, or no, maybe not chilling with Xenu. I forget what they do. I think they like transcend past. I need to brush up on my Scientology. But I'm
That's
pretty
not
sure.
a sentence people say often. I need to brush up on my Scientology.
I need to
Like,
brush
you know
up on
what?
the
Now
good
that I'm
word.
thinking about it, I think I need to brush up on my Scientology.
But if you get fully cleared, I think, or what it's called, like the omega-8 or some shit like that, you know, you got thetans attached to your soul, you know, that are like basically alien spirits that like Earth's like an alien prison, you know, and these spirits attached to the human body and stuff like that. And going clear is like clearing yourself of all these thetans or these like alien spirits and all that kind of stuff.
Going clear is what they did at the Diddy party.
Oh yeah, dude. They went clear all over his face, dog. Kind of milky clear, if you ask me.
Oh man,
dude, Diddy probably did that. He probably had some guy bust on his lips, and he was like, "Where's the milk?" or some shit like that.
Got milk.
There you go. Got there.
milk.
That's the. It's where's the beef, and
Yeah, where's
I
the
mixed
beef,
up
got
where's the
milk.
beef and got milk,
Got
and I
milk.
came up looking like
Where's the
an
milk?
asshole. Now I'm the jerk. You know, this is the first time anybody that supported Diddy looked like a jerk. All right, and this is a. Imagine if you were the guy that held Diddy down the whole time, like Kanye. You know Kanye is getting a big bag for being like the only guy that supported Diddy through this entire like ordeal. Diddy's gonna come out and be like, Kanye, I'm giving you the keys to Sodomite Kingdom or whatever the fuck he. I don't know. He has probably an executive key to some kind of place Kanye wants to go to.
I'm sure.
Yeah. He's like, he probably got some comic book that Kanye wants or some shit. I don't know.
You know, I realized for the first 30 minutes of the show, we've been talking about nothing but our brothers, which I can appreciate. You know, it's a very diverse podcast. We're just talking about black people the whole time. And
Who?
Us. We talked about Diddy, talked about Chris Brown.
Yeah, black people run the culture. That's why. How can I be a racist when all I do is absorb black culture constantly?
That's really what I'm getting at. Is people have been accusing you of being racist lately, but this is our way of getting around that. You'd be like, hey, I just talked about black people for 30 minutes. So I don't
Nobody
know
ever says that I'm racist except for Alonzo. You know, I'm the only one that ever says that I'm racist. Everybody else just thinks that I'm charming. Yo, Jessica Rabilo in the chat, 100%. Bitches be worshiping the horoscope calendar, be the ones judging. Tom Cruise, exactly.
That's true.
And back to Zandy's point, yeah, I think if I did make R. Kelly sing my birthday song, I think he would cry at what he was just like, you know, what he was reduced to. Is being the minstrel show for Alonzo's minstrel show, my white minstrel show. Ooh, that would be a great white minstrel show. That's what I'm gonna call my tour, white minstrel show. That's good. I gotta write that down somewhere.
There you go.
Hopefully somebody's recording this.
Hopefully someone's recording it.
Yeah.
But now that we're talking about
black people, go on.
Yeah, I just right before this podcast, I finished watching that movie, The Woman in the Yard.
Oh, I think you're gonna say Straw.
No.
Go on.
Terrible movie. Don't watch it,
dude. Straw, but it's so good. It's bad. It's so bad. It's good. Honestly.
What, the Straw one or the Woman in the Yard?
Straw.
Oh,
Straw.
okay,
What's
no.
Woman in the Yard about?
I don't know. Some movie that came out last year. It's
Is she
about
in
some
jail?
lady. No, it's about a lady and her kids, and they're in this house, and her husband just got killed in a car accident, and there's just like this other black lady chilling in her yard, sitting in a chair, just looking really spooky, and you can go from there. But based on that, I mean, based on the title, I know they say don't judge, by its title, but The Woman in the Yard, terrible.
Did it have
movie.
a black director?
Zero Rotten Tomatoes or zero tomatoes.
I'll find it out. You don't have to answer. I'll answer it for you. I'm gonna find out if The Woman in the Yard had a black director.
Oh, I would assume because I think there was nothing but black characters in that movie.
Mm-hmm. And that's
like, look at the cast right there. You see what I'm saying?
Director. No, this guy.
What? That's the director?
He's a Spanish film director.
Oh,
Jaume Colette Serra. Well, that's even more racist. Where he's like, "I'm gonna make a horror movie. What's scarier than just a cast full of only black people?"
He's like, his intention was like way beyond the storyline. He's like, just the idea itself is terrifying.
Imagine a black only cast and just build from there. And it's like, holy shit. Okay, well,
you know what? Now I get it. I see his vision.
Yeah, now you get it.
That's funny, dude.
That's why, but that's why who was I arguing about us with yesterday? Oh, I was arguing with my my homegirl's fucking family about so the guy who is it Jordan Key or
I mix up their names. I think it's Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele, the one he's the director?
Yeah, because I think Michael Key is the taller dude.
Jordan Peele. That dude is the most overrated director since Spike Lee, but at least Spike Lee I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like why do we gotta have a fucking shitty black director that just hates white people come through every once in a while,
Now
and
that
it's
you're saying it,
considered
in
like
that top
culturally
picture-
significant.
In that top picture, he looks like he's trying to look like Spike Lee.
Oh, totally. It looks like he's doing an impression. That should be
That's
one
like
second.
a Halloween Spike Lee.
Yeah, one second. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. It's right there. Yeah, that is pretty embarrassing. That shouldn't be right.
Even down to the gray beard and the black glasses is kind of crazy.
Hey, you know what? I didn't even check to see if we had any callers. Let me see. Oh, we did have. I think we did have callers. Holy shit, my bad.
Oh, normally I thought it rang through. But I guess you let me have it hooked up.
It should be hooked up because I'm not playing fucking anything, but I didn't have my Bluetooth on. God damn it.
Oh no! All right, we're calling people back now, guys.
I'm not calling nobody back. They're calling me. What are you talking about? Stop breaking the fourth wall.
But yeah, dude, definitely.
Shit, it was like 12 minutes ago too. He's probably
Your
fucking...
call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person...
No, it's not. I don't know.
We're not gonna put him on blast. But
No, why? He tried to call me out of the goodness of his heart.
But it's interesting because
fuck. Please do.
He's coming out with a new movie too. That's about I guess it's supposed to be about like football, but it's actually about like the devil. And I guess like this guy kind of like makes like a pact with the devil to be like a
this guy
star. No, so this new movie he's coming out with. I'm trying to
this
find
guy
the name.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah, he's coming out with a new. Oh, it's called Him.
Oh my god! I hate this dude. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's trying to troll people, and if he is, then that is hilarious because and here's the thing: it's like I don't. They're like all aesthetically mildly good. I mean, like they're not bad. Like they're not bad, and I like. But dude, Us made no fucking sense. Can you explain? Have you seen Us?
Yeah, is that the one about?
Can
the
somebody
guy that
call
goes
in? Can somebody please call in and explain Us to me? Please, I swear to God, just if you can explain Us to me and it makes sense, I'll give you $20. I don't give a shit.
Well,
it makes no sense to me.
This is turning.
I've watched it multiple times, and I'm not like a guy. Here's the thing: I'm not a person that is like confounded by movies. Usually, like I see what, even if it's like I usually see where it's going, or like whatever. I can understand it. I don't think anybody's ever explained Us to me in a way that made me go, "Oh, that's a good idea." You know?
No, you kind of have to buy into the reality that he's setting in there and be like, "Oh, yeah, it can be true that other versions of us actually do exist in some weird underground room almost." Like, yeah, I don't know. I think that's enough on Jordan Peele. He's not that great. I mean, he's okay. He's pretty good. He's not bad, but he's not what everyone is touting him out to be, which is like the greatest director of all time for some reason. It's like,
I don't think anybody says that, but it's just like, it's just like, just to go back to Us. You know what I mean? I'm just like, they never explain. So are they doing clones off of these certain people that live in this community, I guess? Is that like the idea that they live in this community or whatever?
Yeah.
And that they like,
or does this exist across the world?
or not? Like, I mean, I guess they don't have to explain that. I mean, it's like, well, that's even creepier not to explain. I'm like, no, it just doesn't fucking make sense. Also, it's like, so do they have chips in their brains and they're doing like this? And if they did, where did the disconnect come from besides the person being like tricked into the, like, apparently at the end it's supposed to all make sense where it's like, oh, they got tricked and now they're like trying to come back.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think the point is that there's always a worse version of the person that you've met. I'm just kidding. I have no idea, dude. Yeah, that movie is pretty dumb.
Well, it does remind me of it reminds me of the whole like, oh, imagine that like when you're born, there's another person born that's like working their like hardest to try to get you or some shit like that. And so motivates you to like try to get them or something. I don't fucking know.
It motivates me. I always assume someone's after me. It keeps me motivated.
Yeah, but I mean, I can assume that a lot of people are after me, and I can also like, it's like, but why do I gotta fucking base my life around other people's like? That's always been my kind of thing. It's just like you can feel however the fuck you want to, but once you actually start trying to like actively like affect somebody else's life, it's like, I mean, at what point are they now controlling you, kind of thing? You know, like even if you're trying to destroy them, and then it's just like, I don't know. It's just, I think trying to get away from like people that you don't like as much as possible. Like that's my big problem is thinking that I can like convince people that doesn't like me into liking me in some way. And it's just like, why do you got to be liked by everybody? That's the whole comedian curse.
Yeah. No, now we're getting into some substance. I like it. No, I feel the same way though. It's like kind of like a mental hurdle you have to get over is that not everyone's gonna like you. And even if they don't like you, some people might actively dislike you, and you just kind of gotta accept that. And it sucks. But no, I feel that though. Like I'm the kind of person I want everyone to like me, but just based on experience and how they treat me, I'm like, oh, obviously that person doesn't really like me. And that's fine. It's just hard. For me, it's a hard pill to swallow because it feels I try not to be offensive. And I know that you always try and be nice to people and, not be a dick. And every time I've seen you be a dick, it's whenever someone's kind of been a dick to you. So, it's
well, it's not, but also it's like, I think one of the main things is like, I think sometimes maybe I want people to like me on a level that you can't really expect anybody to like you on. You know what I mean? It's just like, I think that's what I really need to realize too, is because I like a lot of people, but maybe I don't like them as much as they want me. You know what I mean? Or it's just like, there are certain people that I like more that don't even like me as much as I like them. You know what I mean? And it's just like, what is that kind of thing where it's like, oh, I think that is more of a, but also it's like, you can like people and not necessarily seem like you do. And I think maybe that's what happens with me. I think maybe people do like me, but they're just like, yeah, I like you, but I don't, necessarily want you at my party. You know what I mean? Like, I like you as a comedian friend, you know what I mean? Or I like you in whatever capacity. Sometimes like you can like somebody in some capacity, but you don't have to like them in every facet, you know? I can like this person as a like Diddy. I can like him as a guy that beats women. And I'm teasing.
That's the part you like.
I was like, oh my god, I didn't know that you could do that in a towel. Like it's more about towel physics that I was more impressed by and all that.
It was. I think that's another missed marketing opportunity for people if they want to make like specialized towels. Like if you're gonna celebrate him, just lean all in. I guess like the people that are celebrating him getting off with charges, start making your own freaking Diddy towels and sell those or something. I don't know. Like that's But yeah, man, I feel you on that. Like,
but also it's like I don't know why I got to do that either. Why I got to like just like make an offensive joke and stuff like that. Because I think that is a trying to reject people on. Like I do it so many times, even though I tell people not to do it. But trying to get people to reject you on your own terms is a thing that I think a lot of comedians.
I think it's like a way of like testing people.
It's not even that. It's you already think that they're gonna reject you, so you want. This is what I've explained to a lot of people because I had to explain it to myself, and I gotta keep on reminding myself. You already think that they're going to reject you, but you want them to reject you on your timeline. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to feel out of control of your rejection.
You want to be in control of the situation.
Yeah, so I already know that you're going to fucking do it. And I could be a little bit testing too, possibly. I mean, partially. But it probably is mostly about like, all right, let me destroy this on my timeline in a way that I feel comfortable with and I feel like I'm in charge of, as opposed to just letting it naturally dissolve or slowly fade away or even get fucked over by you eventually. It's like, all right, let me just...
What part of you thinks that people will immediately reject you to where you feel then compelled?
Not immediately. I think eventually.
Or eventually. Okay. Eventually. So you're trying to kind of get ahead of it by giving them what, almost like an excuse, like a reason to?
Yeah. Basically.
Interesting. But
something like that. And one that I control.
But you don't think that's maybe shooting yourself in the foot? Because what if they don't?
No, it definitely is. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point.
Oh.
But you shoot, as opposed to letting them shoot you in the foot and you're not being friends.
But what if you're never going to get
in the foot?
What if you're never going to get shot at all?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Oh, I think everybody eventually gets shot, whether they die or that's what I'm saying. Is like they could die, and then it's like,
you hear that?
I had a fucking feelings for this piece of shit, and then they don't even have the decency to live through that drunk driving accident.
Yeah.
Like, this jerk, or just like, I don't know, man. It is. Also, what stinks is the more people that like you, it feels like the more responsibility you have to like, like. It's like when you're in a gang, kind of, where it's just like when you're by yourself, you just got to worry about yourself or just your family. But when you're in a gang, it's like, oh, if they have an issue, I got to go handle that because we're all a part of the same gang. I think friendships is kind of the same way to a lesser extent, Well,
you definitely want to maintain like, positive rapport and relationships and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I mean, I guess the reason I was asking about like if you're trying to get ahead of it, almost like it's an inevitability that someone at some point might say, you know what, I think I'm good on Alonzo, or not like you. But what if that didn't happen and wasn't going to happen? I mean, at that point, it's almost like self-sabotage a little bit because you don't know. Like for me, I think
No, I know that. You're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Like for me, what I found most endearing about you, and I mean it's a bunch of things, but is the fact that I've seen you go super extreme on stage doing some wild shit. Nothing like too crazy that would, I would never be friends with you or anything like that. But knowing you as a person, it actually, those kind of two complement each other in a weird way. And there are a couple other comedians I can think of that, like on stage and off stage, they're different people.
Yeah.
Like Zach Myers, he's a good buddy and he's a funny comic. But his material sometimes on stage is just not for everybody because it is kind of offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it, he's got like some jokes about women, but they're clever and well written. Like he's a smart guy, and his word choice is very intentional. So like he knows what he's doing. It's not like some dude going up there and having a rant, and you're like, "Fuck, dude! Like this guy's got some pretty strong opinions." Like it's actually fun. And then you talk to him off stage, and he's the nicest dude ever. So it's like, I think, maybe don't always put the cart ahead of the horse and think that something inevitable is going to happen, because you're still going to be doing this stuff, and the podcast continues to grow. You're still going to be meeting more people, new people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not, I don't do it intentionally. I think it's, like I said, it's reactionary. So I need to like call it out when I
break that mold a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. As opposed to just letting it happen and just accepting it like, oh, I'm just whatever. I need to start calling it out on myself. Not necessarily in this public of a fashion, but like whenever I start doing it, I need to be like, all right, why did I do that? Like, why did I decide to choose that? Like, as I'm saying, I think sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's also like, all right, well, you're feeling awkward, so you're gonna like say something, to like either, and so either way, long story short,
I could feel that, dude. I mean,
I don't think, that's what I'm saying. I don't think a lot of people that do mean react. I'm not saying that, but I don't think a lot of people that like react in a, weird way are necessarily doing it because they're trying to make people feel bad. I think they're trying to make them not want to feel about them. Maybe, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The mind of a narcissist is an amazing and beautifully complex web.
Definitely.
But what do you got coming up, man?
We're all narcissistic. Like I know most things that I do, even when I'm trying to, I consider myself like a person that likes to help other people and support other people. And whether I intend to or not, somehow it does kind of circle back to me in a weird way. And I don't mean it to be selfish, and I don't mean to be a selfish person or narcissistic, but it's hard for me to remove myself from most equations, I guess, if I had to put it, because I question like if I'm, being nice to someone, right? Like my intention is that hopefully they'll be nice back, right? Like as a very simple example, like if I were to meet you, me trying to be nice to you is in hope that you'll reciprocate that. But is that considered like selfish?
Well, they call
like
it
because I want
altruistic capitalism.
Because it's like at the end of the day, I do want you to give me something back, which is your kindness and, hopefully some kind of positive relationship. But is that narcissistic? Is that, selfish? Or is that me just trying to, build a relationship? I don't know if I'm explaining that properly, but.
No, I think you are. No, that's so altruistic capitalism is kind of like you're only like working with somebody because it benefits you, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, it's not necessarily, but it's not
my friends. I want you to know I'm not an altruistic capitalist with y'all. I do value your friendships, but
also,
go ahead.
Let's put it this way. So it's also like, I don't know if you've ever done psychedelics or whatever, but the philosophy. It's not you have to do it to believe this, but some people think that we're all just kind of the same consciousness, experiencing each other, in each way, or God experiencing each other, or God experiencing itself. And it is the only way that God can comprehend itself is through our what we do, and that's the only way that, either way, long story short, you're not necessarily even helping out the other person. You could always be helping out yourself if you are the other person. You know what I mean? But so if you hurt the other person, you're also in turn hurting yourself.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily like you helping the other person is necessarily like because you want to help yourself, but in the sense that if you hurt that other person, you are hurting yourself. You know what I mean? And you can, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, for some reason, loving yourself seems like people always say you should do that, you know, but it seems like such a selfish thing to do, or like it seems to come with a whole lot of weird boundaries. But also, you can love yourself by loving other people because they are you. You know what I mean? And it's like, like when I say all God's children, it's like, okay, well then I guess we're all related, you know. And it's like, so when you're helping that person, you're not just helping, you know, them. You're not like losing anything. But there are ways though that I do believe that you believe that you can help somebody, but you're actually hurting yourself and them. I guess I don't know how that is.
Oh, that's my everyday life, dude. I'm the guy with the best intentions and the worst outcomes sometimes. Like, even when it comes to basic everyday things, like I'll be at home, right? Like, and I'm trying to like prepare a meal, something very simple. And so my intention is to just create a good meal. And then in that process, I'm knocking shit over. I'm spilling stuff on the countertop. I drop a freaking knife on the floor and it stabs a hole in my floor. You know, just like all these series of little accidents that happen. Like, I'm a very clumsy person to a point to where it frustrates the hell out of me sometimes, because just I drop stuff. I bang into stuff. I'm not a great driver. You know, like all these things.
Do you think maybe it's because you're not in the moment?
Maybe
I'm thinking about like a bunch of other things. You're thinking about either something that happened before or what's happening next, as opposed to what you're doing now.
You know, Alonzo, in my 36 years of life, I don't think anyone's ever brought up that idea to me, but you might have hit the nail on the head, because I'm constantly in my head about stuff and I'm like kind of somewhere else. You're right. Like, I'm thinking about.
No, that's me. Like, you know, I think the most clumsiness doesn't come from just being clumsy. It comes from just you're doing something else while you're doing something else. And it's like, you're not necessarily multitasking, but you're like you're thinking about something else when you're supposed to be doing something else. And so how could you possibly expect yourself to do, like, sometimes things are like, you get so good at it, you can just do things naturally, you know?
Yeah.
And there are things that you can do like that. But I think I definitely need to water that fucking plant. But
that's your ADD kicking in, right?
No, because, well, see, I got to keep an eye on it, because when it comes to succulents, you only want to water them when they start drooping like that. Like when they actually start giving you like very physical signs, because you can easily overwater these plants. But they're starting to droop now. I can't wait to water it. I love it. But just my ADHD kicking in. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, when I'm clumsy, it's usually because I can always trace it back to not thinking about what I'm doing. And you don't necessarily even have to be thinking about what you're doing, but at least being present. You know what I mean? In what you're doing and stuff like that. So I don't blame yourself about being clumsy, because I'm saying it's like people that aren't, because that's all they can think about is one thing at a time. It takes all their mental fortitude to figure out how to do that. You take advantage of, you take for granted, I guess, how much you can do while you're doing something else. That's crazy that you made a mistake while you were thinking about 18 things at once. Yeah. Wow, what a shocking idea that you could, make a mistake.
It's so simple that I never really thought of it that way, because I feel like I'm constantly kind of in the past, present, and the future at the same time. Like where I'm at, because I'm thinking about what I just did, what just happened, how do I feel about it? I'm trying to accomplish whatever I'm doing in that moment, but I'm also thinking about the next move, especially now with this comedy stuff. Like, I'm always, because typically I'll have something coming up, and so I'm always thinking, how do I get people to that show? And like, how can I be strategic about it? Kind of circling back to our stuff about the algorithm that we're talking about before the show. We're talking about the algorithms and how to kind of work that stuff and whatnot. But for me, I'm like trying to still almost like planning strategically. It's like, okay, I got this thing coming up. I'm trying to think of what am I going to put out that will at least get people to look at it and be a little bit more interested than they were the last time, and stuff like that. And so
I think, so what John Cleese spoke of was like the power of the subconscious, and, maybe you should maybe let your subconscious take care of some of that stuff and just kind of focus on other things. And then, because sometimes you can't you can't see the forest for the trees unless you step back for a little bit. You know what I mean? And then you start, you let your brain process everything that's been processing, and then next time you look at it, you see it in a completely different way. You let your brain rest, and it grows and it gets stronger, and it's like then you see, like, that's what I'm saying. Every time I like leave comedy and come back, I always like see all these mistakes that I made before, and they seem so obvious at that time. It's like whenever you're in the shit, you know what I mean? You need to step aside and try and take like what do they call it, not an autopsy, but post-mortem. Whenever I like have a mistake or a failure, I always try to like take a post-mortem, and I always like to also ask people that were there as well, be like, hey, this is how I felt about this. What is this? Does that sound familiar? Like,
seem like accurate? Or...
Sometimes they'll give me a different perspective too. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes a little more negative, or positive in some places, negative in places. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that. But then you got to leave it and then try the next thing. So you can't ever get too. But getting people to the next thing is definitely something that I've been worried about. But also, what I realized I think I need to worry about more is just trying to do the best thing I can do right now. 1 second.
Absolutely.
Hello,
Hey,
caller.
how's it going?
Hello, caller. Who's this?
It's me, the notorious B.I.G.
Holy shit!
Talk to
It's
him.
Biggie Smalls.
I didn't know that I was
Talk to
still.
him.
I didn't know I still
Talk to
had
him.
your phone number.
Talk to him.
You died.
That's right. It's me, the ghost of Biggie Smalls.
Bad boy.
That's bad. How'd you fucking break out of hell?
Bad boy.
Address the
I'm back from heaven. What's been happening?
You're back from heaven.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. Okay, so you missed out on a whole lot of shit. So basically, KFC, they came out with a whole new chicken sandwich, dog. And also,
Oh,
dude, I know. And check it out. And fucking now, what is it? Taco Bell, they have a Doritos taco. They have a taco made out of Doritos.
oh, damn, man.
I know,
I
right?
didn't even know they had Doritos anymore. I'll only care about KFC if they can turn that into a bowl at some point.
Oh my God, dude, you are going to flip your shit. But they have do they
Wow.
still have the KFC bowl, or did he miss
I
that
just
out?
looked up serial gooning.
Oh my God, Ryan, they can't see that. We're talking to Biggie Smalls right now.
sorry.
What questions do you have for Biggie Smalls? I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm so
Are you
offended.
kidding
Talk
me?
to Biggie
Who's on
Smalls
the
and then let
show
him
right
talk to
now?
the
Who
people.
is this? Who's on the show?
This is Ryan Herrera.
It's Ryan Herrera.
And after he
Oh, I
asks you
heard
some
about
questions, yeah, you talk to him.
I
Talk
heard
to him.
about you. I heard you got a couple of shows coming up
Talk
this
to him.
week.
That's right. That's right. You're gonna take that. Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple of shows going up. I heard you had some shows, but you had to cancel due to some extenuating circumstances, aka you got shot.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
killed me.
They killed me. Yeah, you heard that, huh? Yeah.
Listen.
Word on the
I've been
streets.
told that my boy Sean, my boy Puffy, he's taking care of everything. Is that right?
He's trying the best that he can, but he still looks gray as hell, and he might not be getting out of jail for a little while. He's gonna at least have some lengthy
Oh
probation.
man, my boy's in jail. What happened? Damn.
Oh,
But
did he?
that guy never did anything wrong in his life. He'd have a couple of parties. It's not like he shot somebody to death.
Well, he may not have shot them to death, but he definitely money shotted some people to death for sure.
Oh,
Hey,
my boy. Well, at least his
Bad
Bad Boy record's still going.
It's not in a great place right now. But if you come back,
man.
I heard you're coming back, so you might be able to help us bounce back. Us, I don't know why I said us.
Yeah.
You might be able to help Bad Boys bounce back.
Ryan in the rap community.
Yeah, now I'm actually taking over Bad Boy Records. I'm trying to rebrand.
He's totally like, you know what, Biggie, we need you.
Yeah, we actually need you right now. We're going through rebranding, sort of like what Red Lobster did, where they closed down for a little while and then they hired a young black guy and had him take over. But now we're doing the opposite. We're hiring a young-ish, white passing Hispanic gentleman to take over Bad Boy Records. So
That's probably the best thing for East Coast rap and
That's
West Coast rap
that's right.
is a
Baby.
whitish guy to take over. Look, man, here's the deal. I just wanted to check in because I heard that You know, I heard that
Bum,
Diddy was
bum,
up to
bum, bum,
something bad.
bum, bum.
It can't be that bad. I mean, come on, man. I got shot and killed. It can't be that bad what he did, you know? It's not like he transported a woman in order to have sex with her or something.
You're right. Well, I got some bad
Wait a
news for you,
second.
buddy.
So wait a second. Let me ask you a question, Biggie Smalls. You ain't never taken
Yeah.
a woman in a car back to your house to have sex with her?
Nah, man, not after 1994 when I married Faith.
She was, yeah, that's true. She was a ride or die for him. And
No,
then
she
and
wasn't.
then-
She was ride or
and then,
die.
and then he died, and then she stopped riding. But yeah.
But I mean, you know, she was there for me. But before 1994, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What was I going to say about this shit? Oh, yeah. Wouldn't it be so dope if either Christopher Wallace came back from the dead or Puff Daddy, he just said, you know what? I'm going to stop doing rap. I'm just going to do San Antonio comedy. And he just like came down here and opened up his own comedy club. I'd help him. I'd help him write a type 5, you know?
Bad boy comedy.
Yeah.
Well,
If
that's
he
all
did,
right.
if he did, would
I
you
think that's a
do
good
that?
idea.
Would you perform at his club if Puff Daddy had his own comedy?
Yeah, I'm opening for Tom Arnold in Woodlawn.
Are you really though?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, who? You have to tell me after the pod who this is.
Who this is?
Yeah.
I don't think they're opening. Who's Tom Arnold?
Yeah, Tom Arnold. Are you
Yeah.
serious? Yeah, he's gonna
Come
be
on.
he's gonna be at Woodlawn. Tom Arnold, the actor, comedian.
Okay, this guy ain't opening
You
up for Tom
know,
Arnold.
you
This
know,
is the ghost of
Roseanne's
Biggie
husband.
Smalls. How's the ghost of Biggie Smalls gonna open up for fucking Tom
He's
Arnold?
been in a billion. I don't
No,
know.
because he's Roseanne's husband, and Roseanne's the best.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, there's
That
some
makes
layers.
sense.
This guy's actually doing some deep. Biggie's doing some deep local cuts incorporated with yeah. Wow, good
Well,
job.
people don't realize how much the East Coast and the Third Coast are really tied into each other comedy-wise.
I like this right here.
Third Coast. That's right,
Yeah,
baby.
it's- people don't understand
We
it.
always called San Antonio neutral territory. We used to call it Switzerland, man.
What'd you call it? What'd you call it?
It was neutral ground. It was Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm so fat. It's sometimes hard to do plosives.
That makes sense. Well,
You ever put a bunch of marshmallows in your mouth and play Chubby Bunny with your date from high school? That's my entire life. I'm kind of glad they shot me in that homicide so that heart failure didn't get me.
You should have had some marshmallows tucked up under that shirt. Maybe that bullet wouldn't have penetrated. But
let me see how I can get this one real quick.
Oh, so you're funny, huh? You real funny. Wow, that's funny. You're real funny.
That's right.
Listen, y'all.
So funny.
I got an album.
What?
I got an album coming out. It features Roseanne and Tom Arnold. They're doing a guest track. We also got who is it? The guy that does the voice of the baby. Who is it that does the baby?
Would you call Notorious B.I.G. a rapper?
Yes. What?
What would you call him?
A rap.
Call me a rapper.
Whoa! Did you just say what I thought you just said? What'd you call fucking B.I.G.?
I'm just saying, whenever you see, what do you expect?
I don't fucking know at this point. Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm sorry, guys, but he got me fired up.
So why did I even call, man?
I'm sorry, dude.
I don't know,
sorry.
dude. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was gonna have this this guy with those kinds of opinions
I
and
got
this kind
triggered
of
and I let loose. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
ridiculous.
I gotta say, this whole interaction's making me feel ready to die.
I like that. 1 second.
That's good.
No, that's not right. Nah, these are all the pre-built-in ones. What else we got? I hate that one. Those are all the sucky ones. So, B.I.G., you got anything to plug?
Yeah, like I said, I'm opening for Tom, and then I'm gonna be hanging out with some archangels. Angels, sorry, I told you I'm too fat, can't get my words out. I'm hanging out with some archangels later on. Yeah, that's right. It's gonna sound like that. But generally speaking, we're just trying to watch out because when you have more money, you have more problems. You feel me?
That's right, baby.
Anyways, I really hope Diddy can turn it around. I hope he can undo all the stuff that he did. But I'm not optimistic. I'm really not. The last thing he told me when I was on the phone with him before I took that ride and died was, I just want you to know, Biggie, I'm going to transport a lot of women to have sex.
One second. Let me channel Satan. I want to talk to Biggie as Satan.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We almost met. What up?
Where the fuck is my money, bitch?
Listen, the devil. I ain't got no money, man.
You're a piece of shit,
non-corporeal.
you were lying. You said you were going to go
Non-corporeal.
have an 8-ball. You took all the 8-ball. Where's the $30 I put on that shit?
Man, me and Pop will roll up if you want to start some shit.
I'll go up in there. I'll pull up on fucking Evan. I'll spin a block every 2
come on,
weeks.
pull up. You better post up,
I'm
motherfucker.
gonna bring FPG Duck with me and Ping Pong. We're hard pipe.
Yeah.
Crack hitting.
Yeah, me and my boys are gonna do what God did to you a million years ago, you son of a bitch.
You're lucky my cricket 80-time minutes are about to expire. I would fuck you up.
Trust me, the devil. When I kill you, no records are gonna come out afterwards.
Much love, one love.
All right. That was
y'all,
fucking
big
ridiculous.
ups.
All right.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna float away into heaven. I'll see y'all later.
Later, big dog.
Bye.
Peace out, Biggie. I want to address the chat. Jessica goes from Diddy to therapy. First of all, that was cool that Biggie called in. I gotta say, I've been wanting to talk to him all my life, so that's a bucket list check. From Diddy to therapy sessions, I see both sides. I've always been unfiltered and learned how to manage that. It was a hard transition that we went from Diddy and movie talk to all of a sudden.
That's what I'm saying. If we had, that's why we need a third person, because I'm very susceptible to people's sadness. So whenever they start getting into that shit, I'm always like, yeah, let me talk about my shit. And also, I'm pretty good about just bringing it up too. That's why we need a third person to bring us back.
Keep pointing to the invisible third person, but I liked it because honestly, you taught me a little bit about myself because I hadn't really thought of it that way. It's like I'm almost like too busy in my own head, and I just start like messing things up in real life. Also,
that's what I'm here for, dog.
Art Bar says, "Can you have Ryan address the serial gooning allegations?" So I tried to figure out what is
gooning.
Gooning.
Yeah, it means masturbating to pornography for extended periods of time. I think they just call it masturbating these days.
But then there was something more specific that popped up because I can Google pretty quickly Art Bars.
Okay.
And it said within what's known as gooning, it's called gooning. Brawny men show up under the cover of darkness and force a teenager into a vehicle, taking him against their will to a boarding school, foster home, or treatment center. This process is typically initiated by parents and with anyway.
Oh, is that what you did?
Well, I think he's trying to say that I look like the Brawny man and I'm taking little kids, which
I think he's not. I think he's talking about you jerking off.
Oh, I don't know.
I think you were just talking about you.
Maybe I took it way too deep. I took it way too deep.
Like that's why you shouldn't Google AI your answers.
Actually, it was Associated Press.
How would you look like the Brawny man? You're not even clean shaven or white.
I don't know.
Makes no sense. What are you talking about?
I don't know, because in college I used to do that as a maybe this is me and as a like Halloween costume. I would just do that. Just
I thought you in college used to kidnap people and bring them to boarding
I needed to finish
schools.
that sentence before I cut it off.
Yeah.
No, I would just throw on a shirt, get a roll of paper towels, and then boom, college party costume.
Do you have any pictures of that?
I'm sure I do. Some. I'd have to look. I'll find it.
Hey, if you can find those, I want to post them on the Instagram. If we can do it within the week, that'd be fantastic. Because I can cut it to this.
All right,
let's
see what I can
find. Trump didn't call in yet. No, we had the ghost of Biggie Smalls calling yet. So I think Trump blew his load. Let me see. Which I mean, I'm not saying that was amazing. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying that let's not set up any expectations. We're actually about to close out. It's been an hour. Let me see. There's goons and then there's gooning.
Well, so what is?
He's talking about gooning, which is jerking it. Is gherkin, you're smirking, dog. Okay. Oh, cool. Thank you. I was wondering.
I really took that down a rabbit hole I didn't need to go.
Yeah, I'm old now, Mr. Rogers for adults.
I don't jerk off like.
I read on Twitter that you were a gooner. Where'd you read? You know what? I'm gonna. Arturo Bars is just spreading slander.
Yeah, he's trying to tell people I'm a serial jerker.
Arturo doesn't like you for some reason. That is so fucking weird. I don't know why Arturo doesn't like you. But why don't you like fucking Ryan, Arturo? Why don't you call in?
What?
Why does your bitch ass call in? You know what? I'm gonna fucking find this shit out.
Why wouldn't okay.
Let's find this shit out. I'm just teasing. He's fucking like,
like
I'm just Jesus Christ. Why don't you like Arturo? Why don't you like Ryan Arturo?
shaven
Yeah,
and white
Ryan.
like
Am I
a man.
nervous right now? Oh, really?
No, I really care about your opinion of me, Art. I don't want you to not like
Why don't
me.
you fucking call in, motherfucker? Let me see. Let me message this motherfucker.
Oh, now Andrea chimes in because she sees that a real insecurity came out. I was like, wait, did you say that Art doesn't like me? Start crying. Walk
This
off
motherfucker
camera.
on stage. I'm gonna end out the show with this. Hey, what's
Good
up, sexy
evening.
boy?
What's up, boy?
What's up? Remember, this is the guy that did the Drew Don't Want to Lose Weight music video with me.
Yes, I forgot about that. Drew
Don't want to
Yeah.
lose weight. He just wants to eat jelly donuts and cake. Yeah, that's a fucking. We're gonna play that again eventually. One day he'll be on the show. So, Art, what are these? Why you gotta troll my boy on this show? Why you gotta be mean to him?
Wait, so did I get it right? Is Goon? You meant the masturbating, not the other thing?
I don't know, Ryan. You tell me, brother.
Oh shit!
And
One second.
also, why are you so nervous right now, dog?
Cuz, dude, that was like Alonzo dropping a bomb on me, like towards the last part of the podcast.
Oh, he's nervous because I said he wasn't that mad. Then I said that you didn't like him.
Yeah,
and then he was like,
he's like, oh shit, I forgot to say, Art doesn't like you. Let's figure that out real quick. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah. What's
Yeah,
that
I mean, yeah, Alonzo's not lying.
Oh shit!
No,
okay.
I sensed
Nah, I'm
it, dude.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Sensed it, brother.
I kid.
Haters gonna
What
hate.
else are you gonna What else are you gonna do on a gloomy ass Saturday afternoon? But log into and watch BFI and fucking troll Ryan and troll Alonzo, man.
That's
What else
right.
is there to do? What
No,
else is life, bro?
that's
We
right.
didn't get to have a July 4th.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, right. Oh gosh.
We got all this. I got all this beer in the fridge from a fucking party that I couldn't throw because the weather was shit. So I'm drunk and I'm trolling. What?
Oh,
okay.
you're
All
having
right.
sport-
All
yeah,
right.
Yeah, you can't go 2 days.
Yo.
in a row
Drop some
without
bars.
acknowledging-
We're
Matter
gonna go bar for bar.
matter of fact,
We're
let
gonna
me
go
say
bar for
this:
bar.
you
Drop some
cannot,
bars.
you cannot trust a
second.
comedian who cannot take a joke, brother. I'm gonna tell you
That's
that.
not a joke. You're just lying. That's what I'm saying. I don't like when people are trolling and then they go, "Oh, you just can't take a joke." But it's like if so. Okay, you want to hear? Okay, listen to this. This is my diss track to you, Art. You want to hear this shit?
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Listen to this shit.
Don't talk about my raps, cause my raps are really good. If you talk about my raps, I'll make you feel bad, cause they're really good.
Tight.
I don't worry about my raps being good, cause I know that they good,
Tight.
and your raps is bad. I'll make you feel sad if you talk about my raps, cause my raps is really good. Raps is better than yours. Don't talk about my raps,
Yeah.
dog.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
I got really good raps. And when I raps really good. And when you rap bad, I make you feel bad. Because I'm that guy that raps really good. That's kind of my thing. I rap really good. You rap really bad. That's kind of your thing. That's some flow I never had.
That's some flow I
I
never
only
had.
had that flow of
Dude,
rapping
Really good.
Wait.
1 second. Listen.
I rap really good. Yes. And if you talk about my raps, I'll make you feel bad. I'll make you feel really
Alonzo.
sad.
Just listen.
Because
Oh
my
my God,
raps
just
is
listen.
good and your raps is not.
Alonzo.
Listen to my raps.
He's trying to
In
say
fact,
something, dude.
Just
My
listen.
raps
I
are
can't
better.
hear shit. There's nothing playing. What are you talking
That
about?
We have to live with
Oh, really?
together.
You can't hear
But
this
if you
shit?
try to talk about
Can't hear
Nah,
this
not at
fire?
all. Check your
in
thing,
any
man.
way,
It's not working.
Everybody else can hear
they're
it.
good.
1 second.
I can't. I don't hear shit.
That's
I
hilarious.
hear
One
nothing.
second. Can you? What can you hear
That
then?
whole minute. He's like,
Nothing. Just there was nothing. There was nothing
There was
playing.
nothing.
Like, literally
Are
nothing
you
playing.
sure? 1 second. Do you want me to just sing it
Because
to you
my
real
rap-
quick?
Yeah, sing it to me.
All right, 1 second.
he might be trolling you, Alonzo.
No, I don't give a shit.
Don't talk
No,
about
I'm
my
not. I
raps,
like.
'cause my raps are really good. If you talk about my raps, I'll make you feel bad.
Because they're
Really good. Yeah.
Well,
I don't
Damn.
worry about my raps.
Funny.
'cause
Damn.
my
raps
Lonzo.
are really good.
they
Lonzo, what the fuck? What the fuck am I supposed to do now, bro? That's
Dude,
it.
you
My
gotta
shit is
listen to
over,
this
bro.
shit, dude. You gotta listen to my fucking raps is really good and your raps is really bad song. Dude, you gotta help me fill the music video.
Yeah, Alonzo
And you
just-
Is
gotta
that the
drop
one
a
on your
verse
mixtape?
it. Oh, it's going. I'm doing singles now, dude. I'm not trying to do a whole album and shit. I'm trying to
Yeah.
do singles. I'm more of a singles artist. I'm more of like an artistic artist, you know. So I'm gonna be like doing.
You're like the
videos.
Basquiat. You're like the Basquiat of ringtone rap.
Yeah, this is gonna go on the same album with Drew's. Drew don't want to lose weight. it's all going to the same concept album.
Yo, by the way, banger, dude. I don't know how the fuck that didn't. I don't know how that didn't blow up.
1 second. Dude, I'm gonna send this to you right now.
That song was a banger for sure.
It was, dude. Do you hear? Don't talk about my raps. That shit's also a banger, dog. Trust me. Sometimes
is that you though? Is that you? Because I think
raps.
YouTube is like silencing the shit.
Dog, if you listen to this shit, trust me, this is gonna be the biggest fire shit because what I'm doing is I'm fucking rapping really good. You know what I mean? Is I'm just fucking.
Is this like a Kanye lift yourself type of thing? The poopity scoop, scoopity poopity whoop.
No, dog. Just
is that what's going on here?
See what I'm saying, dude? You're too afraid to listen to the fucking to the bars and the flow. You're just all like,
brother.
Oh, this guy's not. He's not doing what everybody else is doing. And guess what? That's what everybody said about Young Thug. So everybody said about Tyler the Creator. I'm not. Get the fuck out of my ass, dude. I'm about to fucking tear this shit the fuck down, dog. I'm talking about my raps, bitch. My raps are really good.
Speaking of good raps,
mm-hmm.
you know you can catch good raps.
It's a movement, dog. Go on.
At Tank's Pizza every Thursday night at 8
There we
p.m.
go.
We got a free comedy show. We got your boy Ryan Herrera hosting that every single week at 8 p.m. It's a free show. And I'll tell you what, I actually did incorporate some freestyling recently. So what I've been doing is playing a song at the intro and I like ad lib over it a little bit. And if it happens to be a rap song, maybe I'll spit a little bit of freestyle on there too. So if you want to have a little bit of fun
Ryan,
on Thursday.
Hey Ryan, is my culture a joke to you?
It's not a joke. It's just me trying to aspire to reach the bar that you know that you have set. No pun intended. You have set such a high bar. This is me trying to take steps towards that. But I'll never be able to be in art bars. But what I can do is be entertaining as hell at Tank's Pizza every single Thursday night at 8 p.m. for a free comedy show, for sure.
Tank's Pizza.
But
if you go to Tank's Pizza at 8 p.m., you support Diddy.
Whoa!
All right,
that's hater shit. Art.
All right, Art. You know what? I'm glad.
I can tell that he's so fucking tested by my fucking bars, dog. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm sorry that I effortlessly have the flow. You know that's gonna be a hit.
Alonzo, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? What the fuck am I supposed to do now? I spent all these fucking years learning how to rap, bro, and now you blow that shit up in 5 minutes, bro.
You don't think I know bars? That's my bitch, you guessed it. That's my bitch, you guessed it. And then once people start listening to that, then I'm gonna hit him with my I'm gonna hit him with this. I'm saying, stuck with the succubus. Every night she gargle, have a pint in my life for the fuck of it. Giving these bitches the fuck with us for the fuck of it. The fuck is up with us? Say no honorous. He forsaken us. We too demonic
rest in
and
peace,
dangerous.
OG Mako, bro. Rest in peace, OG Mako, bro.
Is he dead now? Is he seriously dead?
He tried to kill himself, failed, and then died at the hospital trying to get treatment.
Oh shoot.
He like shot himself.
Yeah.
And then
no, why? Because he heard that he's the first one that heard the track about how my bars are really good, dude. He fucking had to kill himself after that shit. He knew it was over.
Yeah, well,
dude.
guess what? There's gonna be a second OG Mako incident, bro, because I don't know what the fuck to do with my life now after I heard you rap, brother.
That's all good, dog. You call me over, I'll be over there to take a picture from my album cover. I'm like, this motherfucker, he couldn't even handle the fire. And I'll use that as my album cover, and you will live on through infamy as that guy.
Dude, I don't do headshots anymore. I just do back shots. Bars.
All right. Hey, what do you got to plug, man?
Man, go check out Althea at the New Open Mic, man. She's crushing it. That's it.
I
just wanted to say hello.
Where is it at?
The Dakota.
It's at the Dakota Eastside Ice House every first and last Wednesday. I actually checked it out. It was a lot of fun.
How can people find your music?
Huh? You have to go to a mall, like an actual mall, and then you have to go into the janitor's closet. You're gonna look for a guy named Chico. Chico is gonna hand you.
Pizza.
He's gonna hand you an 8-track. Okay, go buy yourself an 8-track.
Hey, would you rap battle?
The 8-track.
Yeah.
The 8-track is going to give you a link. You follow that link, and it'll plug you into all the garbage.
Would you rap battle at Tank's Pizza this next Thursday?
No.
Not really. I think battle rap is kind of lame.
How about
I'm
funny
more of
rap?
a, I'm more of a
funny
hip
rap?
hop
Why don't you
songwriter.
funny rap with
on
us?
a real note, though, Art, maybe on a Tank's Pizza show, we could get you in the band out. Maybe add some little entertainment. I don't know. We'll talk about
Would
it.
you be down?
All right.
I'd be down for sure.
Really?
I can bring some
Dude,
bars,
you're great.
but
Hey, you
yeah,
listened to Art before. You know Art's great, right?
I know Art. Yeah, I know Art
because you've gone to the
well.
open mics more than I have. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably hung out with Art more than you, Alonzo.
Honestly, probably. Honestly, probably. Now that I think about it.
No, dude.
my favorite shit that Ryan ever said, and like I literally fell down laughing. There's like a video where he said that I looked like Jay and Silent Bob put together. That shit was fucking funny, bro. That shit was funny as fuck.
That's a fucking
He
good
came up
one.
with that shit on the fly. Like, yo, after that day, there's nothing Ryan can do to make me lose his respect, except the gooning allegations, bro. That's kind of sus.
I gotta stop the. I gotta chill on the.
You
gooning.
gotta stop the gooning, man. You gotta give that thing a break, man.
Yeah, I'll give my little guy a break.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, listen, man.
Yeah,
I just wanted. I just wanted to say hi. I'm hanging out. I got a lot of beer left over from last night, and I was like, "Shit, what's the best thing to do on a Saturday afternoon than to tune into BFI, man?"
If
That's
you are
it. I
trying
just
to
want to
party
say
with
what's up.
Art Bars, follow him at the incomparable AB on Instagram, and then hit him up, and maybe he'll invite you over to his house to drink beer. All right.
Hey.
All right, Bars.
Hey, I appreciate y'all, man.
Later, buddy.
Bars.
Peace.
All right. And you got Tank's Pizza. You're doing the Heckle Mic tonight.
Yeah, let me plug some stuff real
Please,
quick
dude.
before we
Plug
get
it.
out of here.
Plug it.
All right, so first of all, I host a weekly comedy show at Tank's Pizza every single Thursday. It's always free. And if you RSVP for tables of 4 or more, just hit me up on Instagram at RadGuyComic, or you can shoot a text the number. You can find it online. I'm not going to just shout out my number over here on the podcast, but we can find that online as well. But just shoot me a DM. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will give you a free bottle of champagne for tables of 4 or more. That's right. RSVP tables of 4 or more, give you a free bottle of champagne every single week at Tank's Pizza at 8 p.m. It's a free show. We just blew it up this last Thursday for Rod Eccles was our headliner, and we had a bunch of funny people. We had people from El Paso, from Austin, Texas. We had, and I mean, it was, I think, like our second best turnout or maybe our top turnout. But I mean, so many people. It was great. It was packed. So you got to keep coming out every single Thursday. Also, I host an open mic to all the comedians and anyone wanting to come. I host an open mic every single Wednesday at Lady Bird Beer Garden. That's at 7:30 p.m. Lady Bird Beer Garden every single Wednesday. You can sign up at 7 p.m. or just shoot me a DM and I'll sign you up. For, just hit me up online and then we'll figure something out.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, 7:30. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. And then you can catch me
2 times a week.
That's right. 2 times a week, baby. 2 more, and then I'm done.
No, keep going, dude. Keep going. Yeah. I'm just trying to hype you up.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You keep going for like 10 minutes. I don't give a shit. This motherfucker got shit to do.
I'm also excited to announce that I will finally be hitting the big stage at the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club on July 20th. I've been super excited. Been waiting to hit that main room. I think that's one of the few rooms in San Antonio.
That's the one you wanted, right?
Yeah, heck yeah.
I'll turn it down a little bit.
No, it's great, dude. Hype me up because I'm super excited. It's going to be, this one's going to be the Loteria comedy show. It's going to be produced by Irma Ruiz and Mind Twist Comedy. It's got me, Ryan Herrera. We also have Angel de los Santos. We have Jamil Jackson. We have Trixie Mitchelson. So I'm super excited for the show. It's going to be a banger. You're going to have to come on out, and that's going to be on July 20th. And then finally tonight, I'm going to be at Woodlawn Comedy. This is Saturday, July 5th at 8 p.m. for a free show. All you got to do is go to woodlawncomedy.com and you can reserve your free seats. It's called The Heckle Room. So this is a show that is designed for people to come and talk crap to the comedians. You can say what you want. You can roast us. You can make fun of our jokes. You can call us fat. You can tell us to show us your tits. You can pretty much do whatever you want other than throw beer at us. So please don't do that. But come to The Heckle Room tonight at Woodlawn Comedy at 8 p.m. Woodlawncomedy.com. Get those tickets, and then I'll see you at 8 o'clock tonight. Other than that, follow me on Instagram at RadGuyComic. I got a bunch of stuff coming up. Got shows every single week. So whether it's Tuesday to Saturday, and sometimes even Sunday, you can catch me. Like this Sunday, actually. I got a show at Who's Who Cocktail with Eddie G headlining over at Who's Who's Cocktail. And we also got Asia Scott on the lineup. That's going to be a fun one. And then also Susie. So we got shoot.
Ask PJ is the one that runs that, right?
PJ Ren.
Ask him why he doesn't like me.
I'll ask him, but I don't think
what
that's
the fuck did I do to him?
I'll talk to PJ for you. So if you're trying
to ask why PJ doesn't like me.
So I know that's a lot, and I got my girl logged in the chat, D's Nuts, saying plug it, plug it, plug it. And I'm telling you, come out tonight, 8 p.m., free show, Woodlawn Comedy. Come out tomorrow, 9 p.m., free show, Who's Who Cocktail. And come out to the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club on July 20th for an awesome show in the main room. And then catch me any Wednesday at 7:30, any Thursday at 8 p.m. Both of those are free. Follow me on Instagram, Rye Guy Comic. I think that's enough. No.
And that's been a funky dinner.
Yeah, baby.
I ain't a winner. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4 4's the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, scrap, wants 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 4. Ace, deuce, ace, deuce, scrap, wants 4. Scrap, wants 4. Who wants the hot 4? 5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 4, and he made it the hard way. Pay the front line, take the hard. We have a shooter and a good one. Coming out for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rolling point as 9. Place 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point as 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? 6 to point.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. Place your bets. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
So funky. So funky. Check me out, y'all.
8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point as 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? Place 6.
So funky. So funky.
Coming out again for a new point.
So funky.
Bets down, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants the hard 4?
So funky.
5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
4 4's the point, mark 4.
So funky.
Ace, deuce, scrap, wants 4. Ace, deuce, deuce.
So funky.
Scrap, wants 1. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Got a hot hand. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Got a hot hand. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Who wants to come?
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. Place your bets. 9 a winner. Pay the front line. Take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4 4's the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, ace, deuce. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Plays 6.
That's all, folks. That's all, folks.